Thank you, first of all, for agreeing to be part of this journey. It's a dream come true. It's a vision, because we all felt that, whether it was at the IIMC or any other institutions, I personally felt that, though articles on research articles on advertising and public relations were certainly carried by the media journals, but I felt that our industry is so big, advertising and public relation. I say our industry because I have also been a PR professional, apart from teaching public relations, and I'm a lifetime member of PRSI, and I have got a lifetime achievement award also from PRSI. So I am as much a public relation professional as much as a journalist, and I felt that it is high time that our industry has grown so much, and academically also we have grown so much, that we deserve a journal, and there could not be a better place for its origin than the Makhanlal Chaturvedi National University of Journalism and Communication. And this was one of the first ideas that I floated here. And ideas, there is a saying that ideas are funny little things. They are funny little things. But it depends on the team how to give shape to that idea. And I must compliment Professor Pavitra Srivastav and his team for actually taking this vision forward. I said I will give you all logistical support, all infrastructural support, plus the best advisory board members, but finally you have to do the job. And I'm really glad that, within, few months, despite the COVID pandemic and all that, this young team has come forward with this journal, which is, I would say, the first copy has already been mailed to you, and it is there on our website also. To begin with, we are making it an online and biannual, but depending on the kind of support that you can extend to us, in terms of research articles, in terms of ensuring there is a regular flow of articles, in terms of providing us list of people who can be peer reviewers, I'm sure that we would be able to, in course of time, we have already got the ISBN number, ISSN number, sorry, and we look forward to both UGC CARE and Scopus Indexed in the coming days. That's our target. But for all that, we need your support, so that this is not just a journal which is there for publication by research scholars. That should not be the idea. We are not providing an outlet for research scholars. Rather, the research papers published in this journal should actually contribute to the industry. I want not only the universities to subscribe it, but the industry to subscribe it. A research which doesn't have any utility for the industry is worthless, because we have to talk about applied research. Research has to be useful to the society. Research, one question I often ask when people, I have made it a rule here that every research scholar who comes here, from first PowerPoint to the final Viva, I am personally present to ensure, to guide them. But I ask them one question, that do you want a PhD, or do you want to do PhD, or do you want to do research? This journal is here to support those who want to do research, not just PhD. PhD is only a medium. So we want to encourage such scholars who have a lot of experience, or who can bring out facets which can be of utility to the industry in the long run. And let the industry subscribe it. Let this become a think tank for the advertising and PR professional. He or she feels that I should read this journal to remain up to date with what is happening globally, not just Indian advertising and public relation sector, but global public relation sector. That should be the whole idea. And it is with this idea in mind that India's first, because when we are India's first, then we need to set certain benchmarks. Because when we started, we were the first university to roll out, courses under the NEP. And I am today glad to share with you that I get so many calls from universities asking me, sir, whether we can, take your courses directly from the website. I say, of course, we are the mother institution. We are Asia's first and India's largest media university. You have every right to take it, So, we want to create such a benchmark wherein, this is India's first advertising and public relation journal. This should be a reference point for research scholars. Each issue should be a collector's issue. Each issue should find a place in the drawing rooms and in the libraries of advertising and PR professionals and their teams. On that note, because I know people have joined from abroad, this is not the time for a long speech. In fact, you have all seen the first copy. We are willing for this is nowhere near the perfection that we are looking for. We know that this can be done only by, but we wanted first the whole idea. A couple of people asked me, Sureshji, if you have already published, then what is the point? I said you have a valid point, but we wanted to show our commitment that this is not just a talking shop where we all come together, plan out how it should be. We have done the basic homework and put it before you. Now please guide us whether we are on the right track, what are the changes that are required, what are the ideas that you have which should be implemented so that it becomes the best. Because right now whatever we decide in this meeting, it's a very historic meeting. The first advisory board meeting of India's first research journal on advertising and public relations. So this meeting is going to decide how this journal is going to shape up in the coming days. So please advise us, guide us. This is a young team. I am always there to support this young team, but it cannot be possible without your blessings. Yeah, since two of you are traveling, and may I request both of you to share your thoughts first, and then because you may lose your connections online. So first let us start with Ujjwalji, then Divakarji, and then as per your convenience. Ujjwalji to begin with, since we don't want to lose your connection right now. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Professor Suresh. Thank you, Professor Pamitraji, for the invitation. I am very sorry to quicken the process because, as I have just noted at the beginning, I have a meeting at 11 o'clock here. Now it's 10:30. 11 o'clock, which I have already informed to need to be delayed by 15 minutes with the Vocational Skilling Education Minister in June. That's why I am in a hurry. I'm sorry for that. And I just don't want to lose the opportunity of taking 5 seconds to show you Atlantic Ocean by the side of my apartment. Atlantic Ocean, and also a part of Conakry city, the capital of Guinea. I did not come on the video because you have known me many times, seen me many times, but this is what I would like to show you. Atlantic Ocean and a part of the Conakry city. If you can see. Without taking more time, I'll just come back. Quick suggestions. One, on the research articles and all, I am not placing any suggestions. There are eminent scholars. Indeed, I must, and that's to the power of Professor Suresh, that this not just to scratch our backs, but this team of advisory board is indeed very high end. I mean, to have Ajit ji, Sajal ji, Divakar ji, and Navneet ji, and Madam Vaisali Madam together here, and Jayasri ji, is a fabulous thing in India. You know, this is the best advisory board you might be able to have, and I'm so happy to be among all these stalwarts. Having said that, 4 or 5 suggestions. Number one, most journals focus only on research papers, which anyway will be the crux or the center or the core of any journal. But there are certain peripherals which are often ignored. So one, new technologies. There are across the world extraordinary new technologies in the digital platform being created for audience measurement, image audit. You know, these are qualitative aspects many times missed out how to calculate and measure them, like image audit, reputation audit, and also quantitative aspects like audience measurement, particularly when the audience is too diverse and spread across a large geography. So there are new technologies coming in. Each session, each issue must actually provide one new technology which will be helpful to the industry and the education sector both in advertising and PR. Second, book reviews. Outstanding books are coming out from all over the world, not just in the context of digital, but also with respect to human behavior, how human behavior influences persuasion. Advertising and PR is basically about persuasion, acculturation, creating new cultures, acculturation. So there are theories and books on acculturation and persuasion coming up. A certain book names I can later on share with Pavitra ji. And usually we should cover the books published after 2020. So there will be the pandemic impact also taken into consideration. So that's the second suggestion, one book review, good book review, and an international level book review to come every issue. Third, a case study. There are several campaigns which are happening. Classic campaigns we know of the past, but I'm talking of more recent campaigns. Brand profiles of campaigns or brand manuals, whatever you. There are different forms of things that can be brought in the research front. So one campaign should be traced, the entire journey of the campaign. Ideally, someone who has been involved closely with the campaign is brought in. Next suggestion I have is about thought leaders interviews. Now, some of our thought leaders of our industry, advertising and PR, have already passed away. I mean, like people.
Those very invaluable, I must say, inputs. And despite your hectic schedule in a foreign land, you found time to pen down these suggestions. That shows your commitment, not just to your relations with the university, but also your commitment to the profession. Thank you so much, Ujjwal ji.
And commitment to KG Suresh and Pavitra ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
KG Suresh is my leader in Global Media Education Council. How can I offend him? Even if I'm in the hell, I have to respond to him.
Oh, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Divakar ji, it's your turn.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Suresh sir. And with the permission from Sajal sir, it's a whole lot of profound set of people are here to allow me to speak. Although Suresh sir, I'll try to stay till end to hear what others say, because I think that's very important personally as well as professionally. I think I concur with Ujjwal sir. Because
Marathon, ideas which you gave us, we have all noted it down, and I totally agree with you that particularly with reference to we have to ensure that this doesn't turn into a magazine. We have to ensure that it remains a research journal. That sanctity of the journal will have to be maintained. And fortunately today we have people who have straddled both streams, the academic and the industry. I mean, Navneet has been with me even at IIMC. He is one of the most popular teachers in IIMC. So, I think that this balance will have to be maintained, and a lot of ideas that you have come up. Thank you so much. The reason for naming the journal, Pavitra will tell you over a cup of tea when you return. In the meantime, with your permission, we are all having tea and hot samosas. This we are doing it because we want to entice you to attend the next meeting. Okay, that is the whole idea. Okay.
I was thinking that Zomato is going to deliver me a samosa right now.
And interestingly, you talked about Sajalji, about Zomato. Zomato is a case study which I was telling Pavitraji right now, that how during the corona, when people were having inhibitions and all kinds of stories were being talked about that these boys are carriers of coronavirus, how they changed the whole thing. That is a campaign that they actually is something that we need to really tell the whole world about it. Now thank you so much. Now I think that though we have a panel which has equal representation from both genders, but today in the online format only Dr. Maithili Ganju is there, so let me give her the mic for her suggestions.
Thank you so much.
I would also request all of you that whenever I know you are all tied up with a lot of things, a lot of responsibilities, but whenever you get time, please pen down some of these thoughts. Of course, we are taking down the minutes which would be circulated also. But if you have any other ideas, and some of the themes that you suggested, that it should be thematic. So maybe, you can suggest a few themes for the upcoming, for example, I mean, offhand, I would say that, say the new trends in copywriting, it could be something, what is happening, what are the new trends that you see in I mean, similarly in terms of technology, in terms of, soft skills, there are a lot of new things which are happening which we need to talk about.
So here is what I think about it.
Yeah.
That to begin with, for a few, issues, you have to just see what's coming on. So if you're going to start naming your issues right in the beginning, I am a little concerned that you might not attract, good people, because you're restricting. I would rather that in the beginning, a couple of your issues should be all about this platform and about your intent to have very good papers that have a kind of, have that kind of impact on the policy and on the industry. I think that is something we need to make absolutely sure, when we do our write-up. And what is the intent?
Yes.
Intent is to...
Being a hardcore industry professional who also understands the media, really some good suggestions have come up. Thank you so much. We look forward to your invaluable inputs in the coming days also, because this is not just once in a while kind of a meeting. This is a constant process where we would be looking forward to your suggestions, regularly, so that the whole idea is that, from a biannual, we want to, reach a quarterly stage in the, immediate future itself. That's the whole idea. For that, we need your constant guidance. Now, thank you so much.
समोसा खा के थोड़ा दिमाग और चलेगा आपके काम पर.
बिल्कुल समोसा ही नहीं, सब कुछ डिनर विनर लंच सब होगा. We have got lovely guest house also. And now I think that we should listen to the veteran, the senior most among us, Ajit Pathak ji. He should have the last word. So I therefore invite Sajalda, who has spent ages not just being in the profession, but also in mentoring so many students who have today reached the pinnacle of their career, and always he is one of the, I would say that one of the most widely respected gentlemen in the profession. So Sajalda, your views.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. In fact,
they were indeed great inputs, and let me, I have the pleasure in informing you that we have been and we still continue to have PhD students who are, scholars who are pursuing their thesis in public relations. We will certainly inform them of your scheme, and I'm sure they will stand to benefit. And I'm also delighted to inform all of you here that on Saturday I had a, day-long meeting at our new campus with the, Madhya Pradesh Housing Board, who are constructing our, new building. And I'm happy to inform you that in this month itself, August, post 15th, we will start the shifting process. So, we will be in our new campus by mid-September. Everything would be in place. So we look forward to your continued support, and we will be happy. This idea of roundtable is really good. I'm sure that we will all take it forward, and this is the time to, unless any other member has any other point, I would say that please, my only submission before Pavitra, proposes a vote of thanks, is that please disseminate this information, because you are all hugely influential people with a lot of followers, students, scholars. We will be sharing some of these photographs also with you. We will be sharing this in our social media platforms also about today's meeting and about this journal. Please do share inputs. This very journal, promote it in all your own groups, so that we get maximum inputs from the industry and academia. Faculty members, research scholars can contribute to these journals in the coming days, and it becomes a household name in the public relation and advertising sector. It's been great that for all of you who have immense responsibilities, to spare valuable time from your schedule is something remarkable. And my personal and on behalf of the entire university and the team of the journal, my personal gratitude to each one of you, and look forward to having you, all of you, at our campus in the coming days, where we will have samosas together. Thank